Hi, I'm Rashonda Kate. This is Real and Raw with Rashonda. I woke up this morning so excited for the inauguration. I have on my pearls, I have on my Delta colors. I can't even begin to tell you how excited I am for the inauguration of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris into the White House today. As I was thinking about it, I thought about a meme that I saw that said something to the effect of how fantastic it is to have been alive and on the planet the same time as David Bowie. And that is awesome to have been alive and on the planet the same time as David Bowie. And it got me thinking about so much history that I have lived in the time that I've been on the planet. So I started making a list of people and events and things that I remember that aren't just historical footnotes for me, but things that I remember. And I have my notepad here, and I've got 4 pages of notes of things, and I'm just going to start reading them out. David Bowie, Michael Jackson, Prince, Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin, Lauryn Hill, Bruno Mars, Madonna, Y2K. I've been alive in 2 different centuries, and we weren't sure what was going to happen. And well, in 2 different centuries, in 2 different millennia, and we were not sure what was going to happen when we went from 1999 to 2000. Nothing happened. Everything was fine, but we weren't sure about that. The internet. I remember when there was no internet. My children can't fathom that. I probably say cell phones somewhere later on here, but I'm thinking about that too. I remember when there were no cell phones, when I wasn't walking around with a computer in my pocket. My kids can't fathom that either. 9/11. I remember that. Rodney King, Black Lives Matter, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, Michael Brown. I remember the gray wolves being reintroduced to Yellowstone, the Challenger explosion, global warming, natural disasters, so many natural disasters, Hurricane Michael, Hurricane Trina, Hurricane Maria, the tornado that decimated Moore, Oklahoma, another one that decimated Joplin, Missouri, the bombing of the Murrah building in Oklahoma City. I remember Sandy Hook and Columbine, and way, way too many school shootings. I remember the post office massacre in Edmond, Oklahoma. I remember the Berlin Wall coming down in East Germany and West Germany, becoming one country, just Germany. Um, I remember the handover of Hong Kong when it left British rule and returned to China. I remember the AIDS epidemic. I can't read what this says. Oh, the war on drugs, the global pandemic that we're in currently, that we didn't have the Olympics. I remember the Shoji Olympics, that because of global warming, there wasn't enough snow. And my husband saved the Olympics because he was part of the engineer design team that designed the motors that ran the snow machines for those Olympics. And you can't have Winter Olympics without snow. I remember Amazon. Amazon used to not exist, and now it is a part of my everyday life. Ebooks, Facebook, Mike Tyson, PG-13 used to not be a rating, and I remember when it started to be a rating. Octavia Butler, a fantastic author who saw a lot of what's coming in the world coming and talked about it in her books. Toni Morrison, Rita Dove, storming the Capitol, that just happened a couple of weeks ago. Stacey Abrams, Minority Women in Congress. Hello, AOC. Mae Jemison. I remember that movie theater shooting in Colorado where people just went to go see Batman and they got shot. I remember the Steelers winning a sixth Super Bowl, Halley's Comet, Pluto's demotion from being a planet, and I'm pretty sure it got remoted. Can you get remoted? It's a planet again, I think. Angela Bassett, Cicely Tyson, Shonda Rhimes, Serena Williams, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. Do you remember baby Jessica who got pulled out of the well? Meghan Markle, a black princess? And then they were like, nah, the royal life ain't for us. We're moving. Oh, I remember that. I mean, a lot of people do. It recently happened, but we have been living through so many things. But I'm going to keep reading my list. Lady Diana, that was the biggest thing in the world when she married Prince Charles, and then her death was so devastating and they divorced. Oh my goodness. I remember the case of John Benet Ramsey. Do you remember in Living Color? What a force that was. And from that, we got the Wayans brothers, J-Lo, Jim Carrey. I see you, Carrie Ann Inaba, my birthday twin. And that makes me think of The Daily Show, Jon Stewart, Stephen Colbert, Samantha Bee, Trevor Noah, Abby Phillip running things on CNN with her coverage of politics, Brittany Packnett Cunningham, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Thurgood Marshall, Sandra Day O'Connor, Sonia Sotomayor, Ronald L. Bobo Jr., Charles H.N. Bobo. Oh, no, not, I do think Ronald L. Bobo Jr. is very awesome. What's up to you, Ronnie? But I actually wrote down Ronald L. Bobo Sr., Charles H.N. Bobo Sr., and maybe you don't know all of these people. Some of them are on the come up, I think. But so much history in the making. I remember getting our first Black president, Barack Hussein Obama. I cried when he won the election, and I was terrified that he would be assassinated. And I'm so grateful that he wasn't. I remember, well, I actually don't remember Nixon resigning, but I was alive when he resigned. I remember Bill Clinton's presidency and his impeachment. Donald J. Trump. His presidency has been historic. If you are happy about his presidency or not, there is no denying his presidency has been historic. And today, Kamala Harris, the first woman, the first Black woman, the first Asian woman, a member of the Divine Nine and a graduate of an HBCU, is becoming Vice President of the United States of America. And I could not be more excited. Oh my gosh. Today is going to be a phenomenal day and one for the history books. So think about the history you've been living. Think about the history that you've witnessed, and think about the history that you will make. I'm Rashonda Cade, and this is Real and Raw with Rashonda.